welcome to the channel. I know you've seen the title of today's video, and I was like, you know what, let's have this debate. Welcome back to Hair Diaries. It's really glad to have you here. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. It's nice to have you. And if you've been here, because well, we're new here, right? But if you're still here, thank you for still being here. And I do hope my content has been quite helpful. So, over the years, and even still to this moment, to this point, I have been hearing the statement, oh, you have long hair because it runs in your family, or your mom must have long hair, or your grandma must have long hair, or your dad must have big hair for you to have this hair and for your hair to grow this fast and this well, you know. And I don't disagree with that. In all truth, I absolutely do not disagree with it, you know. But I also believe there's more to the story than what's been told you. You know? So I have right here my points. It's a debate. So if you disagree with me, if you have more points, if you feel, oh, there's some things I left out, some things that are important that I didn't state, please feel free to express yourself in the comments respectfully, okay, in the comment section, so we can all learn and, you know, work with a better mindset towards the goals that we have set. Let's not just even target this solely for hair growth alone, but also in other areas of our lives that we also have goals at. Let's tackle the issues and face it head first, okay? All right, so the first thing I'm going to address is genetics. It's your genetics, that's why you have long hair. Truly, genetics does affect hair growth, and most of the time we talk about the positive parts, but there's also the negative parts of genetics sometimes, you know, that also affect quite a number of people's hair. In genetics, my first point here says some truly experience fast hair growth due to, you know, their hereditary factors. In some families, they grow their hair like an inch or an inch and a half, while some is a centimeter, while some is 2 centimeters. You know, the rate at which hair grows differs for each individual, and some families just have faster hair growth than others, which is absolutely okay, right? So we're going to go through this, the hair growth, the genetics part of it, and the actual techniques that I also stand and believe is what has also helped me grow my hair well and also maintain it, because it's not just about growing long hair or having long full hair, but it's also about you maintaining what you have, right? Okay, so yes, some hereditary factors are, some people experience faster hair growth than others, while another is follicular size. Follicular size basically is the size or the width of one strand of your hair. Some families, you know, some people have thicker strands of their hair, you know, and that's influenced by their genes. So some have thicker hair or like fuller hair, while some people just their hair is less dense, while some just have normal dense hair, okay? While some people's density can be influenced by prolonged trauma to the scalp, prolonged stress on the scalp, prolonged tension that reduces the thickness and fullness of hair. So you might be like, oh, my mom has full hair, but I don't have full hair. Have you experienced scalp trauma or extreme tension that has now over a period of time reduced the thickness of your hair? That could influence it. So it's not like, oh my god, I don't have good hair. No, you do have good hair. Let's focus on the factors and see how we can work from there. Okay? Another point on genetics is hair cycle duration, right? There are some people whose hair growth phase because they're different hair growth phases. So we have the anagen. The anagen is the growth phase, while then we have the resting phase and we have the shedding phases, right? So there's some people who have longer growth phase, so their hair is just at a growth phase that is way longer than some others. Some people's growth phases might be shorter. True. So you can have longer growth phase, which can be passed down hereditary. The person can also have scalp conditions. Scalp conditions, this is the other side of what's not commonly talked about. So this is the negative part of it, right? So I've mentioned a few positives. We have faster hair growth due to prolonged hair growth phase, and also follicular size, thickness of your hair, and just the overall fullness of the hair. We have scalp conditions too. Some scalp conditions are passed down, which affects hair growth. Well, we don't talk about that often, right? So now let's get into the techniques, because I am of the belief that you could have fast hair growth, but if you do not know how to tend to your hair, if you don't know the proper techniques of combing your hair, if you don't know, how to, moisturizing, the difference between moisturization and hydration, if you do not have, the proper steps or techniques, or just an understanding of your hair, you wouldn't be seeing the growth you ought to see. So I believe there are some of us out here that we actually have a fast hair growth, but the faster our hair is growing, likewise it's also breaking and shedding unnecessarily. But we are unaware of it and we cannot see it because we don't have an understanding of what we actually have, right? So based on techniques I believe works well, alongside genetics or apart from just genetics, is diet. How are you eating? We want to have long hair, we want to have good skin, we want to, glowy skin, shiny, long, full, thick hair, but you are malnourished based on your nutrients. You're low on diet, you're deficient in zinc, you don't take your vitamins, you don't even receive sunlight, nothing. That affects you as a being. You need blood for blood to circulate to your scalp also. So diet influences it. Another technique is regular trimming. Generally, hair always grows. That's number one fact. Hair always grows, right? And in hair growth, we also experience shedding. Some people experience extreme shedding, which can be controlled with some methods and based on understanding and learning about how to control unnecessary shedding, while some experience breakage due to we ourselves and unnecessary manipulation, right? So with that comes trimming. But then when you don't trim your hair continues to break up, and goes further up to your hair shaft. And if you don't trim that, it just continues to recede back. And then oh my god, I need to cut my hair, and then you feel your hair doesn't grow. Your hair does grow. You just need to understand, okay, for a period of 6 months or 4 months, depending on the individual and the breakage they experience, then they can now pattern or set a routine on how they trim their hair. Okay? Moisturization. A lot of our hair is not moisturized, depending on your environment, right? Moisturization differs. You could be in a state or a district in your country where the air is dry. It's just dry, and you just spritz and you feel that's enough. You just spray water on your hair and that's it. No, we need some cream. You know, lock some water first, then cream, then seal with some oil so your hair is moisturized. Okay, we need to learn how to moisturize our hair. Also, we need to learn how to cleanse our scalp, right? Healthy scalp have healthy hair. Your scalp needs to be cleansed properly. Sometimes our scalp is just clogged with build up hair products. Too much hair product also affects hair growth, because your scalp is not clean enough for hair to continuously grow at the rate it ought to grow, right? And protective styling. I know, I believe over a period of some few years, protective styling has been quite popular, right? And that same way they say less is more. I so stand with that. I've been doing twists on myself for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and I'm still doing twists. Less is more. Just find what works for you and stick with that. You don't have to try everything. At the beginning stage, yes, you need to try to find what suits you. But once you've tried, there are sometimes, yes, you need to switch up your routine a little bit to find what works. And if you see it doesn't work, you go back to what works for you, right? You don't have to try everything and continue to try everything all the time. It's not necessary. Okay? So cleanse your scalp. Find products that are sulfate free, no alcohol in the products are using for your hair. Good products that properly cleanse your scalp. Check the ingredients of the scalp. Research on these ingredients. Are they important? Are they good for my hair? Do they help my hair or actually lead to the breakage of my hair? And as I was saying, I'm rambling already. I apologize. I so apologize. Protective styling. Protective styling is very important and very key in hair growth, and there are some protective styles that are not protective styles. They actually lead to unnecessary breakage, and I'll use myself as an example. During the times I started doing my hair myself with twists, I used to do it with hair extensions. So I add hair extensions alongside my hair and just twist alongside it, because the weather is cold, I need to protect my hair and all that. True. But I noticed a particular time I had a trim. I trimmed my hair. After trimming my hair, I put my hair back into protective style, which is twist with hair extensions. In Nigeria we call that attachment. I don't know if that's how I remember it still being called as, okay? And I did that, and by the time I was taking down my hair, I believe at the end of a month and a half or so, because that's how long I used to keep my hair in, I noticed that my hair wasn't at the same length that I trimmed it as. It wasn't, the tips of my hair wasn't blunt as I trimmed it. It was like, it looked very, unhealthy, unkept. It looked like it had gone through something. I was like, okay, it's little things like this that you just take note of. Noting that, oh, I did this. This is what I experienced. Do you do that again? Except you want the same result, then you do it. If you notice it causes breakage to your hair, then you stop and find what suits you. So since then, I minimized doing my hair with extensions. It doesn't mean I still don't do extensions. I do, but not as I frequently did previous years ago. Okay? Now, let's talk about heat. Yeah. Sometimes we use too much heat on our hair, and by the time we try to revive our hair is just fried. it's like, you know what I've done, and it's all straight and it's not reverting back to its springy coils again. So heat can definitely influence the results you desire to see, especially when you're using too much heat. So limiting heat will definitely help with you seeing, you know, hair growth. Alright, so I'll quickly go through the three because I see the video, I don't want it to take so long, right? So the next point is staying hydrated. Some of us are out here just dehydrated. It's nice that, and it's good, not saying spraying your hair is not good or moisturizing your hair is not good. Oh, that's very important. But your health is likewise important. As you have a good diet, a balanced diet with, you know, efficient and good nutrients in the vitamins, your minerals are key. Likewise, you need to also stay hydrated. Hydrated outward, hydrated inward with it. So you need to drink your water. Drink water. Don't just carry the bottle around. Drink the water in there. Sometimes it could be a cup, just a sip at a time. You notice I haven't taken a sip in like, I don't know, 30 minutes. Take another sip. Just drink water. It's going to help you. It really would, right? And I believe I've touched on this a little bit, not sure, but it's avoiding tight hairstyles. This used to be prevalent, I believe, 8-10 years ago, while I was in Nigeria. Like, I experienced such tension in my hair that I was like, you know what, even to this day, sometimes when I put just even light tension at the back of my head here, I still feel the pain. And this is over 10 years ago, please. This is over 10 years ago, and I still feel the pain due to excessive tension of the scalp, right? That is trauma to the hair. So avoiding tight hairstyles would be very helpful. Sometimes we feel like, oh, the hairstyle has to be tight for me for it to look pretty and look, you know, all clean and crisp. Sometimes it's okay. It's absolutely fine. Right now, I don't have no gel on my hair, you know, to avoid unnecessary buildup, unnecessary overwashing, because overwashing can also influence, you know, growth that you're seeing. You're removing unnecessary nutrients, sebum that your scalp produces, you know. So avoid tight hairstyles. It would help you a lot so that you're able to see the results that you actually desire to see. Okay? And then the last point I will give you from techniques is be patient, but be consistent, right? Sometimes we're using a hair oil or any hair product, and then you start 1 week, 2 weeks, or even 3 weeks, or even a whole month, 2 months in, and you're like, I don't think this thing works because I'm not seeing it. And in my head, I'm like, girl, if you would wait and continue to use this product, and in a year's time, you would see results. You would see that actually the product was working, but it had to fix something within before you could actually now see an outward manifestation of what it was doing, you know. So sometimes we're just impatient, and then what do? We either cut our hair, we dye it, which is another unnecessary action or step to take when your hair is actually healthy. You just need patience and being consistent. Sometimes we're actually on the right path or right track, but then we get tired and we stop doing the things that we ought to do or what ought to have been doing. So please be patient and please be consistent. Genetics does help, but if you do not have the right techniques, if you don't have the right understanding of how to take good care of the things you have, you would destroy it, you would spoil it, and you would think you don't have something good, but you do, right? So this is just my debate on this, right? I'm done with all my points. I'm not trying to convince you, but if you were convinced, I'm glad. I would be glad, because sometimes we feel like, oh, others have it better than I do, and it's just like, No, it's not just them having, yes, they might have it better than you do, but if you follow these techniques, if you have an understanding of how to take care of your hair, you will see improved growth. And if you're patient enough and consistent enough, you would see even way better improvement. So please don't get tired of moisturizing your hair, of doing the right protective styles. It might seem boring. I always have twists on. I love them. They can be as simple and classic and elegant all at the same time. I stick to it. It looks good on me. Find what looks good on you. Don't try every single thing out there. Try. If it doesn't work for you, continue trying until you find what works for you, and just stick to it. All right. So, please do listen to what I'm saying, and if you're not convinced or if you feel I'm wrong, yeah, you can comment down below and tell me what's true. Don't just say, oh, I don't agree with you. You don't agree with me, then what is your truth? Okay, so let's learn together, right? Don't forget, yes, genetics does affect, but there's also facts and techniques that also affect and can also help. So let's learn together, let's work together. Okay, don't get tired. You can grow your hair as luscious and full as mine and as many others who have already, reached that goal, and they have higher goals. Some goals are just like, yes, well. Okay, so I believe that's it for my video. I hope I wasn't talking too fast, because I do that sometimes. And I hope you've learned some things here and there, and I hope at least someone out there feels encouraged. Okay, so if you feel it's just genetics, you can go back on the video and pick on the points that I have given today and find ways, okay, what have I not been doing, or what can I do? Right? What is something within my means that I can do? Can I buy supplement, iron tablets, or vitamins, just multivitamins to take on a daily? How do I improve my diet? If you want to go through the diet route, just what you're eating on a regular, or how do I wash my hair? This product I'm using, is it the right product I'm using? Am I massaging my scalp to just encourage improved blood flow to my scalp, which also helps with hair growth, just stimulating the scalp to have more blood flow in your scalp, things like that. Find what's in your control and fix it, and then stop worrying about what's not in your control. You feel you don't have good genetics, it's okay. You don't have good genetics, but what can you do? What's in your means? And then focus on that and do the work. And I am telling you, you will see results. And I look forward to testimonials, messages in the comments. Share, let's communicate, let's build this community together, okay? And we're going to always keep it real here, right? I have talked a lot. I have talked a lot in this video. It was nice having this conversation. It's kind of a conversation, not even a debate. But if you feel it was a debate, just tell me in the comment section, right? I will see you in my next video. Thanks for having me.